Cough, cough. For the record, the date is October 16, 1995. I'm interviewing Macbeth, then of Cotter, and then of Glamis. Macbeth, are you aware of the recent allegations surrounding the King Duncan scandal?
Yeah, I'm very familiar with them. It happened in my castle, as I'm sure you're aware. Uh, to put it simply, this was a tragedy. The king was my dear friend, and he was even my cousin. And his death, it shouldn't have happened, really. And if there's anything I can do to help your investigation, please just tell me. I'm willing to do anything.
Sir, where were you last Friday night?
What what are you asking? Are you accusing me of killing the king? My cousin?
We're not accusing you of anything.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are, man. Why'd you be asking me that?
We're just trying to piece together what happened, my noble Thane. I mean no disrespect.
I was uh I was with the porter. You can ask him, but I'm not really sure he'll remember, honestly. Between you and I, he's a bit of an alcoholic. So if he can't remember, then it's not my fault, really. But I swear it, I was with him all night, and for the majority of the time, he was ranting on about some knocking. If you just want to view details, he's a bit not right in the head, but it makes for good company.
When did you first meet the porter,
Uh,
and how did you become friends?
huh. I think I've known him for about 4 years. Yeah, that sounds right.
And how did you meet?
We yeah, we met each other through Alcoholics Anonymous. You know, so throughout most of my life, I was sober, and I was happy like that. But once I met my lady, I thought I was even happier, and I was wrong, of course. Um, when we got married, she revealed more of her true colors, and I shouldn't say so much, but what I can say is that it was enough for me to hit the bottle. You know, the porter had been there since before my first meeting, and although it didn't really do him any favors, no matter how many talks he sat through or stories he heard, he still drank, and everyone knew it too. I think the only reason that he went was to entertain his parole officer. You know, this is my story to tell, but you see, the porter had a drunken accident, if you call it that, a few years ago. he he got so blackout drunk that he ended up naked riding on top of a horse. I don't know the details and I don't want to know. But the only thing I heard was that he was trying to tell the police, you guys, that it was actually the horse that was drunk, which I found funny to say the least. I mentioned to him that I found the situation entertaining, and we became friends from there. Yeah. Ah, shoot, did I just ignore the anonymous part of Alcoholics Anonymous? Could that get me in trouble with them? My wife would be so mad at me if I got kicked out of AA again. Can you not tell anyone, please?
Hello, sir. Speaking of, do you know where your wife was on the night in question?
Thank you, thank you. She, my wife, she was at home, tending to some personal matters.
Mr. Macbeth, I'm not sure if you are aware of this, but we believe we have found your wife's body. She is dead.
What? No. What? I saw her just last night. She was in good health. She can't be dead. That's impossible. She can't be.
I'm so sorry for your loss, sir. It may be too early to say, but it seems like it was a suicide. Do you have any reason why she would do that?
My wife, my lady, she was a woman of of many faces. She loved me, and I know she did, but her interests didn't always lie with me. That makes sense. At times she could be overcome with greed, I guess. Okay, recently I was approached by three strange women. At least I think they were women. And they hailed me as Thane of Cawdor before I was even given the title, which, that threw me off my rocker. But then they hailed me as King Hereafter. And I know I sound crazy saying this, but it was almost as if they knew the future. I wish I could make sense of it. I do. I, but I made the mistake of telling my wife of this encounter, and it was certainly costly, to say the least. And it was like she was a different person afterwards. Her only goal was for me to achieve the position that she thought was entitled to me. I wanted nothing to do with her plan. The king was my dearest friend. I wouldn't be the same man today if it weren't for him. I could never kill him, and I would never. But she would. I'm not saying I know it as a fact, but I'm simply implying that it is a possibility. I haven't been talking to her recently on account of her behavior, so I don't know what she's been up to. I'm aware I should have told you that it was a possibility earlier, but you have to realize though I was scared for my life. She's a dangerous woman, if she even is a woman at all anymore.
That's an interesting development, to say the least. There's just one thing that doesn't quite line up for me. If Lady Macbeth is responsible for the murder of the king, and you were with the porter all night, then why do we have security camera footage of you stabbing the king?
Well, you see, it was a crazy night. Mm. Gonna regret this shit so bad, so bad. Oh, I gotta stop recording.